always wondered what it would be like to ride on a plane. I imagined me flying like a bird. When my parents told me I would be getting on the plane to go visit my aunt in LA, I was more than happy. Days before the trip, all I could think about were planes. I just tried to picture how they looked, what it would sound and feel like. That morning, I jumped out of bed and immediately started packing. I was so excited I almost packed everything in my room. Soon enough, I was at the door, packed and ready to go. As the plane took off, I got a little anxious, but after that, I felt like a bird. The sky was the most beautiful thing I had ever seen in my life.
This just in, you were looking at obviously a very disturbing live shot there. That is the World Trade Center, and we have unconfirmed reports this morning that a plane has crashed into one of the towers of the World Trade Center. CNN Center right now is just beginning to work on this story, obviously calling our sources and trying to figure out exactly what happened, but clearly something relatively devastating happening this morning there on the south end of the island of Manhattan. That is, once again, a picture of one of the towers of the World Trade Center.
The morning of 9/11, I woke up to my mom screaming for everyone to come downstairs. As I watched the towers hit, all I could think is, wow, who would want to do something like this and why? My family was a little surprised that 9/11 really affected me. I told my mother how I felt about it and that I would never get on a plane again. My mom reassured me that something like this would never happen again and it would be made a lot safer in the future. The next summer, my mom told me that my aunt wanted me to come visit again, so I would be getting on the plane in the next week. She had already bought the ticket, so I knew I couldn't refuse. The day I was going to ride a plane for the second time, I felt so unprepared. I tried to do everything to miss the plane. I packed slowly, tried to hide my clothes, and I even tried to hide. On the way to the airport, all that was going through my mind was, oh my God, what if this happens right now, the moment I get on the plane? The closer and closer I got to the airport, I felt sick. I wanted to turn around and run in the opposite direction. But then I remembered the talk I had with my mother. I didn't want my fear to come in between my love for traveling. I knew there was nothing I could do to get out of this situation, so I had to face my fear. When I actually got to the plane, I was terrified at first, but then I noticed the clouds. They looked just as beautiful as they did before, and it brought me back to the first time I got on a plane. I feel I've grown a lot from this experience because now I would jump at the chance to get on a plane again. I now know facing the fear is so much better than having to look back on the past and feel that I've missed out on something great.